Welcome to Fact to Flex. Today, we are venturing into the animal kingdom to bring you facts you might not know about. A snail can sleep for 3 years. Snails need moisture to survive and they sleep under unfavorable conditions. Conditions that drive snails to sleep for 3 years, including winter and high temperature such as summer. During winter, snails go into hibernation. They withdraw into their shells and form a mucous membrane around their shells to insulate themselves. During summer or in drought, the desert condition, they aestivate. Aestivation is the process of going dormant during hot and dry period. Snails roll into their shells and bury themselves underground to escape such weather, sleeping for up to 3 years or more, sometimes even unto their own death. An ostrich eye is bigger than its brain. Ostrich are large, non-flying birds that live in Africa. The ostrich is the fastest bipedal runner in the world, capable of reaching speeds up to 45 miles per hour, about twice what the fastest human can achieve. What's more, an ostrich can maintain the speed for up to half an hour. The ostrich eyes are about the size of a billiard balls. They take up so much room in the skull that the ostrich brain is actually smaller than either one of its eyeballs. This may be why the ostrich, despite its tremendous running speed, it is not very good at eluding predators. It tends to run in cycles. Otters hold hands while sleeping, so they don't float away from each other. There are many reasons to love sea otters, other than how furry and adorable they inherently are. They can dive hundreds of feet deep. They can use rock as tools. Otter moms devotedly carry their babies with them everywhere. But we just found one more reason to love them. They actually hold hands while they are sleeping so they don't drift apart. Staying together is really that important for the watery whistle. And when a baby sea otter called a pup is too small to hold hands, it rides on his mom. When mom have to go hunting, they wrap their pups in the seaweed so they don't float away. The shortest living animal in the world is the mayfly. The shortest living animal on earth has a lifespan of only 24 hours and it completes its life cycles within 1 day of its birth. Within this short time, it slowly reproduces and dies soon after. Most of the mayfly life is spent as a nymph stage, a stage before metamorphosis, and it lives as a mature individual only for a few hours. Some species of mayflies die in less than 24 hours, mostly living up to 8 or 10 hours. Mayflies spend an entire year in freshwater. It's what's known as a nymph stage, in which the insect already took much like their adult forms but don't actually do anything. After that year, the insect fly off to find a mate, lay some egg and promptly die. Their sole purpose is to pass on their genes, and most never even bother eating, and that's been the status quo for 100 million years. Koala sleeps up to 22 hours a day. If you thought your pet cat was sleepy, just wait until you hear about koalas. According to the Australian Koala Foundation, these cuties sleep between 18 to 20 hours a day. The koala's diet requires a lot of energy to digest, which is why they've got to nap so much. Koalas are a big fan of sleeping. They spend most of their timing in sleeping while remaining 4 to 5 hours to spend on eating and occasionally mating as well. Sleeping this much longer is very unusual for a herbivorous and a marsupial animal. Sleeping 18 to 20 hours a day is usually common within carnivore animals. Lions and tigers are the perfect example in the regard. However, koalas are one of the very few herbivorous animals who sleep almost 20 hours per day. Herbivorous animals are known for grazing throughout the day. and some experts believe that they almost sleep for only 5 minutes per day. However, koalas are unique in this regard, and they spend most of their time sleeping. Sloths can take up to a month to completely digest a single leaf. Sloths are tropical mammals that live in the Central and South America. They use their own claws to hang onto branches while they feast on the leaves that other animals can't reach. Everything about life is slow for these sleepy mammals. Most sloths will only have a bowel movement once a week, and it can take them up to 30 days to completely digest a single leaf. For comparison, it takes the average human 12 to 48 hours to digest, and eliminate waste from food. They really like to leave the safety of the trees, though they will come down in order to relieve themselves. Fortunately for them, they can hold it all in and only evacuate their bowels once a week. Sloths can lose about a third of their body weight every time they defecate and urinate.